All right, hello and good afternoon to all of our viewers all the way from Mandaluyong to Quezon City and even Alabang. Today marks the launching of the High Office's official YouTube page. Here, we will be posting webinars and other videos to help startups and SMEs during this global pandemic and beyond. I am Zach Chuidian, a graduating student from the University of Asia and the Pacific, and the IT and marketing specialist at thehighoffice.com. And I will be your host for this webinar. Now, this type of webinar is not your typical teacher-student webinar, as it will be more of an interactive podcast between myself and the speaker with a slide presentation in the background. Please leave all questions at the end of the webinar, as we will have a Q&A portion for you viewers. Today, we are joined by someone who is not short of experience. He is not only an experienced recruitment officer in different companies, but he is also a college instructor at the Rizal Technological University. So without further ado, please welcome our guest speaker, Mr. JV Gubalio. Hi, good morning,
Hello,
sir.
Zach.
Actually, good afternoon.
It's okay.
All right, Sir JV, how are you?
I'm good. Medyo mainit lang yung panahon ngayon eh. Actually, namimiss ko na rin beach. Kaso bawal eh. Hindi muna tayo pwedeng streaming. Stay muna sa bahay as recommended by our authorities.
That's true. That's very true. Always stay indoors because, of course, we're experiencing COVID-19, a global pandemic. So make sure to be responsible.
Yeah.
Okay, sir. So before we
Yes,
begin,
exactly.
I think people have a question in mind before we start, which is, do you really think startups and small to medium enterprises can boom given the global pandemic happening right now?
Oo naman, Zach, yes. Actually, kung mapapansin natin ngayon, no, katulad yung mga businesses ay yung mga essential goods, di ba? Even digital marketing, yung mga digital marketers. And also, yung mga online selling, di ba? Kung mapapansin niyo actually, mataas ang sales ng online selling sa kasalukuyan because
That's true,
of
yeah.
the need, no, ng mga kababayan natin because of this pandemic kasi bawal lumabas, no? And of course, yun yung nakikita ko na magbo-boom, no, sa kasalukuyan.
Yes, sir. I completely agree. And I think the audience would agree too. Okay, so without further ado, let's not keep the
Yes.
audience away from what they came here to see. So, Sir JV, you may take it away.
Okay. So,
Wow, sir. Work smarter, not harder.
Okay,
What does this
so-
mean?
actually, the concept of my topic is somehow ay connected sa school, no? Kasi kumbaga ang pinaka main inspiration nito is study smart but not harder, no? Kumbaga sa school, to be on top, of course, kailangan mo mag-formulate ng mga tinatawag na strategies. And today is year 2020, or the Vision 2020, ang pinaka tinatawag nating message ng Vision 2020 is to strategize or mag-formulate ng mga strategies and try to analyze. Pero in business, to be on top, kailangan mong mag-formulate ng strategies and try to analyze. Diba? As we remember, meron tayong yung mga business students dyan. When we talk about strategic management, diba? When we talk about strategic management, it is more on study, of course, study your competitors, mag-strategize, and then mag-analyze. So that's the main concept of the topic. Pero yung pinaka talagang kailangan nating maintindihan at kailangan din natin i-share sa ating mga viewers, no, is yung the advantage of virtual office. I know some of our viewers first time lang narinig yung tinatawag na virtual office, and I think some of them narinig na nila to for the longest time. So, napansin mo ba, Zach, ngayon yung impact ng COVID-19 pandemic as in global, no? Katulad
yes, sir,
ng may mga businesses na, diba? Like na nagsasara. Katulad ng hotel sa Davao, no? stop na sila ng operation sa June. So,
Yeah, it's very sad.
Awa yung mga natin, yung mga kababayan natin mawawalan ng trabaho. Even the Google and Facebook, they recommended na mag-work from home na hanggang December. Diba?
Oh, December. That's a long time.
Sabi ng government natin, ang pinaka-recommendation nila para kahit merong COVID-19 pandemic is yung work from home policy ituloy. Yun yung pinaka-recommendation nila para magtuloy pa rin yung operation. Diba? Yun yung kumbaga parang yun yung pinaka-message nila nung time na nag-start na sila mag-implement ng mga iba't ibang guidelines like lockdown, the ECQ, para kahit pa paano hindi maapektuhan yung ekonomiya ng bansa. And ito nga, may pumasok nga lang na balita, nakakalungkot na 50 na micro, small, medium enterprises na businesses nag-submit sila sa DOLE na tinatawag na temporary closure. Actually, na-shock ang DOLE dito kasi ang akala nila, submit lang nila ay 50 micro, small, medium enterprises ang magte-temporary close. Ang ine-expect kasi ng DOLE is magkakaroon lamang sila ng presentation ng flexible work, no? Nakakalungkot kasi, 'di ba? And wala ganun talagang kaganapan sa kasalukuyan, but I would like to commend caller finders and the office, the high office, no, for this kind of CSR or yung tinatawag natin corporate social responsibility na nagbibigay webinars sa ating mga students, businessman, sa mga nagsisimula pa lang magnegosyo, na kahit pa paano itong klaseng webinar ay tinutulungan nila o tinutulungan natin na makaahon yung mga kababayan natin, lalo na sa larangan ng pagnenegosyo.
Very true.
So
Very true.
to start with my presentation, yes, I'm gonna show you siguro quick facts about what's happening in today's scenario. Nakakabasa ka na ba ng mga article
sir,
about the scenario today?
Sir, I think you zoomed into the PowerPoint too much because even it zoomed in on my screen as well.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay. One moment.
Okay, so as with every webinar, of course, there are technical difficulties, and we are experiencing some right now. So please give us a moment while we fix this as fast as we can. And it looks like Sir JV fixed it already. Congrats, sir!
Yes. Of course, hindi natin pwedeng hayaan na nakahang sila. Okay, let's go back. Let's talk about today's scenario. Ako, nakakalungkot to, Zach, no? Kasi ito talaga yung nangyayari sa mundo. And this what do you call this, facts are according to SHREM, o yung tinatawag na Society of Human Resources Management. Siya yung tinatawag na global, what do you call this, samahan ng mga HR practitioners globally, international. So sabi dito, COVID-19 top challenges for employers, no? So 71% of our employers are struggling to adjust to remote work, no? Alam naman natin na hindi ready talaga yung ibang employees on how mag-proceed sa tinatawag nating work from home. Next, 65% of employers say maintaining employees more has been a challenge. So mahirap talaga mag-maintain ng employees ngayon kasi yung iba nga talagang nagle-lay off na sila. And then more than 1/3 of employers are facing difficulties with the following. Number 1, company culture, employee productivity, and leave regulations. Share ko lang din, no? Actually nabasa ko lang din to sa tinatawag nating CNBC News or Business News, no, sa Amerika. inopen up nila what will be the future, or let's say ano yung company culture natin in the future, no? Kasi 'di ba, ang nakasanayan kasi nating style of office culture o yung company culture, busy office, right?
Yes, sir. Agree. Agree.
Diba?
The norm.
Laging busy, as in hindi nag-uusap, as in nakaupo lang, doing their thing, something like that. Yun yung kasalukuyan. Pero yung future kasi ng company culture, hindi na siya ganun kasi busy, kasi pwedeng wala ng tao sa opisina.
Yeah, that's
Pwedeng
true.
unti
Very
na
true.
lang ang pwedeng pumasok. Diba? Pwedeng unti na lang yung pwedeng mag-work. Identified lang kung sino yung papasok. Identified lang kung sino yung mag-work from home. So ito yung itsura ng office in the future. So wala, empty office na. Of course, observing social distancing. Kaya Zach, mag-social distancing daw tayo. No? Diba? Businessman suggested wider corridors. Mas malawak na corridor, and then ito nga yung nakakalungkot, babalik na naman yung traditional way ng cubicle. Kasi yung mga OD practitioners, they recommended to stop using yung mga matataas na cubicle para kahit paano employees, para kahit paano ay nagkakakitaan o nagkakamustahan man
Hello?
lang.
Sir,
Pero
sorry.
because
Hold
of the
on. Sir,
COVID-19,
sorry, hold on. You're getting choppy. Could you repeat that, please? Hello?
Hello, going back, okay? Yung magiging itsura ng office sa future, no? Magkakaroon ng mga tawag na high wall cubicle, yung mga matataas na partition. Diba?
Yes, sir.
Mga matataas na partition na saan mag-divide or may parang magsisilbi siyang protector para at least hindi ma-observe pa rin ng social distancing at the same time ay of course mag-avoid na tayo dun sa virus. Okay?
Yes, sir. Agree.
So, the impact of the COVID-19 to business, actually, Zach, freeze hiring ngayon.
I heard,
Freeze
sir.
hiring.
Freeze hiring nga. Almost
Freeze
50% of the
hiring,
population can't get a job right now, especially fresh
Yes.
grads.
Exactly. Pero sabi ni Society of Human Resources Management, no, kahit fresh grad ka, kahit may COVID pandemic, huwag ka daw mag-stop, mag-venture or mag-apply pa rin ng trabaho. Kasi meron pa rin, na-show you ang latest trend trabaho this 2020. Then nakita naman natin maraming na-lay off na empleyado. Alam mo, pinakabugbog dito, Zach, yung mga firm companies, yung mga business firm, no? Kasi yung mga firm companies, nakadepende yung pasahod sa mga empleyado sa dami ng customers na meron sila or sa dami ng kliyente or sa volume or sa kita, no? Eh pag walang pag walang operator, 'di ba? And then Job Street, sabi sa Job Street, ang pinaka ito na Zach, abangan ang pinaka-in-demand na trabaho ngayon, ang pinaka-in-demand na trabaho ngayon is healthcare and customer service.
Of course, healthcare and customer service.
Kung nakita mo nga, di ba, Zach, sa Pasay,
hello?
Sa Pasay, nag-hire sila ngayon ng nurse. Kung gusto mo mag-apply, Zach, 3,000 per day.
About 3,000 per day. It's bigger than my allowance na, sir.
Natin. And then, of course, yes, totoo. Yes. O, baka mag-apply na sila 3K per day yan. Ay, 3K per hour ata. Something like that. Okay? It's either per day or per hour. Parang ganun kasi nabasa ko. And then, of course, meron ding hazard pay and then allowance. Diba? And then, so, coronavirus will change the world of work and business today. Yes, I agree. No, completely. Kaya nga, some businesses recommended na, of course, remote work. Ano ba yung remote work na yan? Of course, yung work from home basis, yung work from home policy, itong online meeting Zoom, yung mga Zoom meeting, no? Actually, sabi nga ng dinidiscourage ng gobyerno yung tinatawag nating face-to-face meeting kasi that is considered mass gathering eh. So talagang Zoom meeting lang tayo, hindi muna tayo pwede mag-face-to-face, and then online submission ng mga tinatawag nating reportorial, yung mga tinatawag nating reports na kailangan natin i-submit.
Yeah.
And then the virtual learning, of course, webinars, katulad ng ginagawa natin, di ba? Congrats ulit kay the High Office. And then the online training, and then yung online training natin, yung mga napapansin nyo ngayon, it is more on adjustment sa pandemic, yung mga topic usual.
Actually, sir, I have a question for you, if you don't mind me asking.
Yes.
Given all these ideas, virtual learning, online webinars, stuff like that, is our country, in fact, ready for all these online activities, given that, based on recent reports, that the Philippines does not have the best internet around the globe, in fact?
For me, kasi I think kailangan natin siguro, this is the perfect time na siguro government should demand kung paano ma-adjust ng mga businesses, lalo na yung mga nasa tinatawag nating telecommunications, no?
Yes,
o paano i-adjust yung tinatawag na internet connection, kasi kailangan na yan ngayon eh. Kasi,
yes, sir. Super kailangan.
Alam naman natin, actually, di ba, Zach, kung babasahin mo yung mga dating articles, maraming gustong pumasok na negosyo na telecommunications na nag-o-offer ng mas magandang tinatawag na connection, pero I don't know what's happened. And I think kailangan na talaga siyang ngayon ang tawag dito, i-improve or i-upgrade.
Yes.
Kasi that will be the new normal.
Yes, sir, I agree. Diba? Actually, the telecommunication company that was supposed to come here, if forgive me if I'm mistaken, but I believe it's an Australian telecommunications company. But the reason why they didn't push through with their Philippine business is because their main complaint was about how the system was so slow, and it felt like they weren't very welcome to bring in an outside telecommunication company to the Philippines.
Yes. At saka pwede natin sabihin na kaya minsan hindi nagtutuloy yung mga ibang businesses because of the competition, di ba?
Yes.
Because of maybe the political, yung tinatawag na political na, what do you call this? Yung political connections ng mga businesses. Something like that. Ang hirap mag-conclude, pero let's see what will be the take-up of government kung paano nila i-upgrade o paano nila i-mandate, i-upgrade ng mga telecommunications company yung tinatawag na internet connection services nila.
Yes, sir. Agree.
Okay. Then, so Zach, kanina na pag-usapan natin, no? Now, let's talk about steps kung paano makabalik sa normal or the back to normal, di ba? The new normal nga, di ba? Pero there are some business practitioners and HR practitioners pa rin. Talagang, alam mo yon, gusto pa rin talaga namin makabalik sa normal, no?
Yeah.
Sabi nga dito, yung mga best practices nga, actually may mga HR best practices no in business, like yung mga work from home protocols, yung mga social distancing, yung business may consider to expand yung services nila. Siguro they can offer like yung mga home delivery. Actually, Zach, may mga shopping malls ngayon na they are offering online online order, like meron akong isang estudyante na employed sa isang shopping mall. Actually, ino-offeran niya ako na, sir, if you want to buy something, just go online and then you will deliver your order kaysa sa pupunta pa ako sa mall, di ba? Next, ang tawag dito yung mga essential businesses, di ba? Yung mga essential businesses ngayon, lalo na yung mga, ikaw Zach, for you, what is essential business? Ano ba yung mga essential business ngayon aside sa food? Diba?
Yes.
Sasama na rin natin yung bank.
Bank, medicine,
diba? Yung
mga ganun.
Yes, yung mga essential businesses na yan, yung mga HRs dyan, ina-identify nila yung mga employees kung sino yung ba yung dapat pumasok, hindi po pwedeng pumasok, kailangan mo lang mag-work from home. Kumbaga, nag-identify ng mga tinatawag nating staffing o identify kung sino yung mga employee na dapat present any circumstances.
Yes.
And then also, just to share, no, the DOLE Advisory Number 18, Series of 2020, it is more on the guidelines on the cause of the COVID-19 prevention and control measures. No?
That's good.
Sabi dito, yes, this is the employer shall shoulder the cost of COVID-19 prevention and etc. Alam na natin yung mga COVID prevention measures na ito. Ang cover dito, of course, employers, contractors, and even subcontractors in the private sector. So yun yung mga tinatawag nating pwedeng maging set up sa new normal, or we will go back to the normal setup. Okay? So Zach, that is just only an introduction of the setup of the world today, even sa business, no? So let's talk about the virtual office. Diba? When we talk about virtual office, it is more on work from anywhere and then choose a business address and use your virtual address on your marketing material. Diba?
Yes, sir.
Why is it marketing material matters? Diba? Kung for example, customer ako, and ikaw yung negosyante, di ba? You somehow you earn respect in a way na pag nakita nila doon sa marketing material na ipinapakita mo sa mga customer mo, wow, ang office nila dito. Dito.
Wow.
Prestige, di ba? Kumbaga nagkakaroon ng tinatawag na sense of respect doon sa business, di ba?
Yes, sir.
And then virtual office also provides prime address, di ba?
Of course, part of the city.
Yes, business communications and correspondence without having rent dedicated for physical office space.
Yes.
And then, yung tinatawag nating virtual office, actually meron yan tatlo. So meron tayong tinatawag na mailing address, may tinatawag tayong telephone answering, and business registration address. Ayan yung 3 kinds of virtual office. And then virtual office is a part of flexible workspace industry that provides business with any combination of services, space, or technology without bearing capital expenses on leasing traditional office. Diba? Mamaya, ipepresent ko sa inyo kung gaano ba kawais ang mag-virtual office, no?
Yes, sir.
And
actually,
just to a history, no? History 101 muna tayo. So the concept of virtual office started during the Industrial Revolution, no? Nag-start pa yan noong anong IR na ba tayo, Zach? Di ba? Ano ka? IT specialist. Soon to be IT specialist.
Soon to be IT specialist. Thank you, sir.
Going there na yon, no? Today kasi, Zach, nasa IR, Industrial Revolution 4.0 tayo ngayon. Yung tinatawag nating era of cyber-physical systems o yung tinatawag na digital era. No? Actually, yung concept ng virtual office started pa yan noong 1960s. So, di pa tayo pinapanganak noon. Ano pa lang tayo noon? Ano pa lang tayo noon? Hangin pa lang ata tayo noon, no?
Yes, sir.
And the setup of virtual office started 1962. Kung babalikan natin yung 1962. Kung babalikan natin yung previous na IR, yung Industrial Revolution, nag-start ang ganitong setup, IR, or Industrial Revolution 3.0, o yung tinatawag nating automation or computers, electronics, 1960s. No? So, ang unang-unang virtual office na nag-establish yung tinatawag na, ang tawag kasi sa virtual office, Zach, before is service office.
Service office. Okay.
Service office. Ang unang company is the Omni Offices Group. Yun yung unang company na na-establish na tinatawag na virtual office, and then sa kasalukuyan na-acquire na siya ni IWG So under na siya na tinatawag na Integrated Workplace Group. Ang kanilang headquarters ay sa Luxembourg. So if ever, pag pwede nang mag-travel, punta tayo Luxembourg, di ba? Bisitahin natin yung iconic virtual o yung tinatawag nating service office doon. So that's the root o yung pinakasimula ng virtual office. Now, why virtual office matters? Yes, because of the flexibility to work from anywhere, and of course, the prestigious address, the local numbers, live telephone answering, your phone calls to be screened. At saka ang kagandahan ng virtual office, minsan hindi mo na kailangan mag-hire pa ng empleyado mag-hire ng isang empleyado na dedicated lang. For example, kailangan mo ng dedicated na tagasagot ng telepono. Hindi mo na kailangan mag-hire kasi the virtual office can offer that. Diba? Yeah. Tinuturuan tayo ni virtual office kung paano tayo mas maging practical. And sa panahon ng Covid-19 pandemic, we have to be practical. Kaya nga ngayon, kung ano yung kailangan na bilhin, yun lang dapat. Huwag masyadong tinatawag dito, mag-exceed. Kung ano yung kailangan, yun lang ang dapat na bibilhin natin. So let's talk about the advantages
of virtual office.
Ito na. Excited na si Zach.
Actually, sir,
Actually, sir, kung magbi-business ka later on, di ba? You can consider virtual office.
Yes, of course, sir. Actually, sir, may common misconception about virtual offices ngayon from what I hear from my peers. When you say virtual office, they're immediately going to think, oh, what's that? Are you gonna wear a virtual headset tapos parang sa office ka? Sabi ko, hindi ganun.
Kaya nga swerte tayo na the high office and color founders ay meron ganitong klaseng webinar. At least, naliliwanagan tayo kung ano nga ba ibig sabihin ng virtual office. Kasi yung iba, ito lang yung first time na narinig. Ito lang, kumbaga, first time lang nilang na-encounter what is virtual office.
Yeah, this is for you, the viewers.
Okay. Yes. Now, go back to my topic, no? The first advantage of corporate mailing, virtual office is having its corporate mailing address. Yes, no? Because of corporate mailing address, nakakaroon ka ng tinatawag, yung business mo magkakaroon ng tinatawag na professional appearance. Diba? Ang professional appearance, Zach, hindi lang yan nagmamatter sa tao. Nagmamatter din pala yan sa business mo. And yung professional appearance na yan, Zach, ay nagmamatter din sa mga possible business partners natin and customers. Diba? Halimbawa, may kipag-business ako sa iyo, diba? Ang tawag dito, ang advantage ni virtual office, kapag nakita nila yung office address mo sa isang prestige na business district. Pag sinabi nating business district, saan-saan yan? Meron tayo sa Makati. Actually, Makati ang tawag dyan, financial district. Ang mga business district natin, we have Ortigas, di ba? We have saan daw yung business districts natin? BGC can be a business district, no? Next, corporate mailing address sa virtual office can be also yung tinatawag na professional credibility. Ano ba yung professional credibility? Connected with competency and accessibility. For example, Zach, yung business mo, inilagay mo sa virtual office na nasa under ng business district. Ang advantage niyan, kapag napapalibutan ka ng mga tinatawag mga businesses around the business district, mas madali yung access mo na pwede mo silang siguro pwede mong ma-invite as business partners, pwede ka rin mag-market ng services mo sa kanila, and then pwede mo rin silang matap na mag-joint venture sa business mo. Then of course, security, no? Kailangan ng every business should have security. Para at least hindi lang secure. Ang tawag dito, in business hindi lamang yung pera yung sinisecure natin, our employees. Kailangan secure din sila. Of course, security, kailangan na talaga natin yun. Kung papalikan nga natin yung tinatawag na, ang tawag dito, Maslow hierarchy of needs, nandun yung term na security. No? Yung feeling secured. Diba? Something like that.
Yes, sir.
Next, number 2, the increased business authority. What is increased business authority na yan? An advantage of virtual office is that the employers can take home-based businesses and get the work done by the employees remotely. So, kung just to share the article released by Forbes magazine about the advantage of home-based businesses, no? Ikaw ba, Zach, gusto mo bang mag-home base?
Actually, sir, I think right now, ano tayo home base ngayon eh.
Ikaw ba, Zach, gusto mong mag-home base na business like yung mga, ano ba yung mga naiisip mo? Basta, when you do business, kailangan that is something na passionate ka tsaka gustong-gusto mo talaga. Kasi pag magbibuild ka ng negosyo mo, dapat yung hindi ka dapat makakaramdam ng pagod. Yung tipong gustong-gusto mo talaga yung ginagawa mo.
Yes, sir.
No? Kasi mahirap magnegosyo ng ng tinatawag na hindi mo naman gusto, hindi mo mabibigyan ng justice or hindi ka magiging passionate about that. Sayang, no?
Yes,
Sabi
sir.
sa Forbes to, number one, of course, the reduction of overhead costs. Diba? Number two, yung flexi work hours, diba? Flexi time. And then, taxes, of course. And then, mas makakatipid ka ng home base kesa sa yung magko-commute, 'di ba? Nakakatipid somehow.
Of course. Who wants to commute in the Philippines nowadays?
Yes. Exactly. Next, the extended phone services, no? Is that ano pa yung extended telephone services na yan? So in a virtual office, you can pursue environment by having a phone number, fax service, voice boxes, and even virtual voice to handle calls without the need for receptionists. So the business can reap additional benefits of virtual office like reduce human intervention or minimize costs. So ibig sabihin, ang virtual office, Zach, total package pala siya. No, total package ang virtual
Looks
office,
like.
'di ba? 'Di ba? Total package in a sense na kasi ganito pag magbi-build ka ng negosyo, 'di ba? Ang isa sa mga pinoproblema mo, saan ako mag-oopisina? Saan ako magre-rent, 'di ba?
Very true.
Saan ako bibili ng, syempre you need to identify kung ano yung kailangan mong bilhin para sa office mo. Yung virtual office, nandyan na lahat Di ba?
Yeah.
As in,
Looks
nandyan
like.
na yung total package, di ba?
It's
Nandyan
convenient for the business.
Yes, very good. At ang kagandahan dito, Zach, walang tinatawag na, nare-reduce yung tinatawag na human intervention. Di ba?
Oh.
Yes,
Okay, that's really good actually.
Yes, nare-reduce yung human intervention. Kumbaga, hindi mo na kailangan mag-hire pa para sa ganito. Kasi the packages of the virtual office, meron silang ganyan. Diba? So, hindi mo na kailangan problema. And alam naman natin sa ibang businesses kasi kapag mag-hire ka ng employee para sa isang trabaho lang na napakadali lang. For example, mag-hire ka ng isang empleyado na pasasahurin mo sa isang araw para lang magsagot ng tawag every day, every now and then. Eh meron naman si virtual office na sa package.
Hello, sir?
Next.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so next is, let's talk about the fulfilled instant services. Now, the point strongly supports why to use virtual offices when many people consider having a physical office. Though technology has been modernizing every business aspect, conventional setup involves extensive workforce and space for accommodating everyone and everything. In virtual office, you can cater to all business needs in a single click in software. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, Zach, related din ito dun sa number 3 na advantage na ang virtual office, Zach, you can consider it as an instant services or instant, kumbaga, instant noodles, di ba?
It's already there
Yes, maglalagay ka lang ng tubig, luto na kaagad. Virtual office, inquire, after you inquire, talk to the owner, and then set a deal. And then yun na. Nandun na yung tinatawag nating, nandun na lahat. Kumbaga, the owner can introduce to you kung ano yung mga setup. Like, ang ang mga virtual offices kasi meron silang may coffee place sila, meron silang tinatawag na what do you call this? Room for meeting or meeting rooms. Of course, meron din silang reception area, meron silang tables for employees, for co-worker spaces, something like that. Kumbaga yung office style talaga. Diba?
Yeah, and it's pretty much just there for you to get anytime.
Yes. At saka, Zach, problema pa ako. Saan ako maghahanap ng space? Saan ako maghahanap ng tinatawag na building? Maghahanap pa ako ng mga tinatawag na lamesa at upuan na magsusut sa mga employee ko, di ba? As in, nandito na, complete package na. Ang tao pa naman ngayon, mas gusto nila instant kesa yung tinatawag natin na pa-isa-isa. Kahit ako, even me, mas gusto ko rin ng instant. I know, Zach, you like instant din.
Of course, sir. Favorite food, instant noodles, gin ramen.
Nag-crave tuloy ako sa ramen, kaso hindi pwede lumabas eh.
Ito, sir, yung 1 week grocery.
Sige, padalan mo ako ng pampagrocery.
Sige, pag-grab food kita, sir.
Okay, so let's talk about work-life balance for all. I think our televiewers also looking into work-life balance din, no? So what is work-life balance? So work-life balance validates your thought of why use a virtual office. The more your business grows, the more it is important that as an entrepreneur and your employees can maintain a work-life balance. So the benefits of having virtual offices allow everyone to work efficiently from their safe space, which reduces stress levels and also gives enough to spend with their loved ones. Nako, yung mga televiewers natin dyan, when we talk about loved ones, nako, ibang ano na yan, ibang...
Mga Pilipino and loved ones talaga.
Yes. Pero Zach, ito just to share a study conducted by JobStreet way back 2019. This is what we call the study of law of attraction. So hello sa mga HR, yes. Hello sa mga HR recruiters na televiewers din natin na nanonood. Alam mo, Zach, may mga HR practitioners na nanonood ngayon dito sa webinar natin. So hello, mag-hi tayo sa kanila. The law of attraction, ano ba ibig sabihin nun? The law of attraction, it is more on the drivers for attraction to attract employees. Diba? Saan ka ba na-attract? Yeah. Diba? Saan ka ba na-attract? Na-attract ka ba sa ganito or sa ganyan? Diba? Pero kasi, Zach, meron kasi tinatawag na drivers for attraction. At magugulat ka, Zach, kasi ang work-life balance nasa top 3.
Top 3? Wow, that's really high up in the list. Top 3. So,
ibig sabihin, kapag ang company mo ay nag-o-offer ng work-life balance for all, there's a tendency na you can easily attract yung mga tinatawag nating job seekers, no? And of course, yes, and ang virtual office also provides safe space, di ba? Safe space.
Yes.
And then it reduces stress levels, di ba? Nakakatanggal din siya ng stress. Ang stress, meron tayong tinatawag na chronic at may tinatawag tayong acute stress. And then, according to Society of Human Resources Management, no, para makaiwas ang mga employees natin sa stress, dapat pala yung mga employees natin, hinahayaan natin sila to study kung ano yung mga nagkukos ng stress. So hayaan natin sa kanila, kumbaga hayaan natin sila na mag-self-learning sila about doon sa stress. And yung work-life balance kasi nagkakaroon ng tinatawag na enough time para makapag-spend sa loved ones nila. So yun din yung kagandahan ng work-life balance. Diba? So Zizak, isa na rin yan sa consider mo, diba? Work-life balance.
Actually, sir, that should be what I'm considering right now din home-based work
Even yung mga televiewers natin, may mga televiewers tayo actually, Zach, na nanonood ngayon, meron silang mga small businesses ngayon. And then also, they are also considering kung ano ba yung klaseng mga employees din ang dapat na hina-hire. At saka, para ma-introduce na rin yung virtual office sa kanila. Next, so number 6, less time consumption.
Nako, importante yan.
Yung mga televiewers natin, alam naman natin na ayaw nila ng traffic, no? Pero ang kagandahan kasi ng virtual office, nare-reduce yung tinatawag na commute sa side ni employee and employer. Diba? And then, nakaka-save ng cost sa part ni employee, yung tinatawag nating what? Pamasahe. Nakaka-save sila ng pamasahe. At saka, favorable to both sides, no? Both sides, sa employee at saka sa employer. And alam mo ba, Zach, na ang traffic, ito according to Harvard Medical School, na ang traffic, stressor din pala yan.
Of course, sir. Have you seen the Philippine traffic?
Yes. Traffic congestion everywhere. Diba?
What can you do?
Ito na yung nakakatawa na biruan namin kaming mga friends ko noon sa corporate. No, yung papasok ka pa lang, 'di ba? Usually ang 'di ba pagpapasok fresh na fresh bango, 'di ba? Pero yung tipong na-stuck ka na sa traffic pagpasok mo pa hindi ka na amoy bagong fresh. Amoy ka na, amoy uwian ka na kaagad. Amoy uwian, yung biruan namin, amoy uwian na kaagad. Sabi ko, biruan namin ano ba yan? Ang ganda-ganda pa man din, ang bango-bango pa man din ang pabango na ginamit ko. Mga luxury.
Sayang yung downy, sir.
Tapos na traffic, nagsiksikan, amoy uwian na. Pagpasok mo pa lang sa office, yung biruan namin Pero, kailangan din natin i-address ng pagiging seryoso kasi kapag ang empleyado natin sobrang na-stress sa traffic, there's a tendency pwede rin sila maghanap ng trabaho sa iba.
That's true. Very true. Very true.
Kailangan natin i-address. Kaya nga si Harvard Medical School talagang ini-educate yung mga business owners na kailangan i-educate ninyo yung mga employees ninyo kung paano paano maka-get away sa stress, and at the same time, ano ba yung pwede natin gawin yung paraan para hindi masyado mag-commute ng malayo. Kawawa kasi, Zach, kapag imagine mo may mga employees na 2 hours na po-commute para lang makapasok. At ito yung nakakalungkot ngayon, Zach, sa Covid-19 pandemic. Parang nag-aalay lakad ang mga empleyado ngayon. Kasi nga, dahil walang sasakyan.
Yeah.
Bawal ang angkas, 'di ba? Kumbaga, lakad talaga, walkathon. Yun nga yung term nila doon, 'di ba? Alay lakad.
Sir, at least Go ahead.
Oo, Zach. Nakakaawa sa Pinoy workforce natin na naglalakad araw-araw para lang makapasok. Yung layo Pero kasi kung hindi sila magtatrabaho, Zach, paano na lang yung buhay nila?
That's the good thing
about virtual office, nag-o-offer siya na yung empleyado hindi na kailangan pang mag-commute ng malayo kasi kung yung virtual office ay malapit lang sa kanya, malapit lang doon sa tinitirahan ng empleyado, kahit doon na lang siya mag-work, mag-remote work na lang siya doon sa virtual office. Kumbaga, ganito yung setup. Okay, Zach, dyan ka lang sa virtual office natin, huwag ka nang bumiyahe ng malayo. I understand the scenario, something like that. And yung virtual office, beneficial siya sa part ni employee at beneficial din siya sa part ni employer.
And that's basically a compromise at that point.
Yes, exactly, Zach. And then number 7, flexibility of work. So ano ba yung flexibility of work na yan? Flexibility at work makes employees more energetic, enthusiastic, and interested in work. They regard it is a special privilege endowed by the company to log on at their convenience and even during the mobility or with their mobile phones. Such advantage of virtual offices save not only time but also the overall work attitude. Zach, alam mo ba, nag-release si JobStreet na isa sa kinoconsider, pinaka-top 1 na kinoconsider ng mga employees kinoconsider ng mga employers sa mga newly graduates. Number 1 is the work ethic and attitude.
Yes. It's not surprising,
Diba?
sir. Something like that is crucial.
Yes, kasi ano ngayon eh. Well, I'm not generalizing lahat ng millennials, no? Pero kasi natag ang mga millennials ng ibang HR practitioners na mahilig lang ano tawag dito? Parang after nilang matry dito sa company na to, lipat naman dito. After naman dito, lipat naman dyan. After dito, kumbaga parang no permanent address in terms of employment, no? And ito, Zach, just to share you, a study conducted by Harvard Business Review Research, no? Nasa top 3 yung benefits na most valued ng mga job seekers. Alam mo ano yung top 3 na heavy consideration ng mga job seekers?
What are they,
sa
sir?
mga tinatawag na kino-consider nila sa mga companies?
Can't really think of any, sir.
Top 3 is more flexible working hours. Heavy consideration yan. Yes. And according dun sa study, Zach, ito 47% babae and 38% lalaki. So we can easily conclude, no, yung 47 na women, pwedeng sabihin natin single parent. Kasi ang mga single parent kasi, lalo na kapag solo parent talaga, challenging eh.
Very,
so
very
kailangan din nila time para sa anak nila, something like that. Kaya mas naghahanap sila ng mga tinatawag na flexible working hours. And I think virtual office offers flexible of work. Diba?
Yes,
and
sir.
then, ang top 4 sa Harvard Business, yung work from home. And saka, sa demographic profile, 40% lalaki and 45% babae. Heavy consideration ng work from home. So you can easily conclude, no? Lalo na yung mga single parent talaga.
Yes.
Kaya, yes, actually, just to share, no? Marami ako mga naging estudyante na single parent and kino-congrats ko sila kapag nakaka-graduate talaga. Kasi
yes, sir, of course. That's not easy what they do.
actually, ang tawag dito, you need to motivate them kasi single parent tapos nag-aaral pa. Nag-a-adjust.
Actually,
kasi,
yeah.
Yes, kaya ang tawag dito, parang nakikisimpatize ako sa kanila. Ang hirap palang maging single parent, nag-iisa ka lang nagre-raise para sa anak mo. At the same time, nag-work ka pa ng 8 ng umaga hanggang alas 5, tapos papasok sa klase ko 6 to 9 ng gabi. Kaya nga, di ba? Kaya nga, tawag dito, flexibility of work is a must. Kasi yun yung nakikita ko rin. Tulong na rin natin yun sa kanila.
Yes. Respect to all single parents out there. I mean, if you think about it, sir, having 2 parents is already a struggle. Because one of them has to focus on their career and providing, the other one has to take care of the family. Like, imagine the stress that a single parent has to go through. And the fact that you have students that are single parents, they're really trying to do their best, not only for themselves, but for their family. So, pure respect for them.
Kaya nga, Zach, tuwa ako sa mga ganong klaseng tao. I know may mga viewers tayo, Zach, maybe nanonood yung mga estudyante ko na yan. So, hello there. Welcome sa'yo. Diba? And also, yung aking mentor, si Dr. San Gabriel, nanonood yan. Hi, Doc. Good morning. Good afternoon. Actually, Zach, he's from UAMP before.
Oh, it's from UAMP. Ano mo?
Yes. Si Zach po, taga-UAMP din yan, di ba? So, yayamanin.
Ay, hindi naman, sir. Grabe.
Okay. So, let's talk about enhanced productivity. So, when I talk about productivity, tawag dito, Zach, sa work from home. Alam ko, Zach, IT ka eh. Mapapansin mo, kapag nanonood tayo ng YouTube, ang daming mga nagpa-pop up na mga commercials na about managing remote teams, paano ba natin mamamanage yung productivity, something like that, di ba? Ang daming lumalabas na ganun. Pero kasi, yung virtual office, natutulungan yung mga employees natin to concentrate. Di ba?
Yeah, because you can't always come straight at home.
Yes, tinuturuan. For example, may mga employees ka na sila sanay mag-work from home kasi eto Zaka, ang hirap kaya mag-work from home kapag ang katabi mo ay kama.
Oh,
Totoo.
yes. Of course.
Ang hirap. Ang hirap kasi mag-work ka, makikita mo yung kama mo, tapos ang lakas-lakas pa ng aircon mo, tapos ang dami pang unan. Kung mayaman ka, naka-waterbed ka, isang lundag mo lang, yung trabaho mo, iwan mo na, tulog ka na, no? Ito nga yung yung principle ng work from home, actually na-share ko na to sa previous webinar na ang pinaka-principle kasi ng work from home dapat discipline talaga. Kumbaga, kapag nasa bahay ka, dapat ang mentality mo ay para kang nagtatrabaho talaga sa opisina. So, hindi mo isipin na nasa bahay ka lang. Kung ano yung attitude mo pag nasa office ka, yun dapat ang dala mo. Something like that. Kumbaga, kaya nga, ang tawag dito, ang kagandahan ng virtual office din, di ba? Kapag yung isang empleyado mo hindi sanay sa work from home, o hindi talaga, kasi may mga ganong klaseng tao, hindi talaga makaano
Yes,
you can send them sa virtual office. And then, yung virtual office, katulad nga ng sinabi ko sa iyo kanina, it's like office setup talaga. And then, ang tawag dito, ito nga, may nabasa nga akong article na kapag nag-hire pala ng empleyado, kailangan you have to consider yung tinatawag na multitasking. Kasi ang mga multitasker daw na tao, ito daw yung mga productive.
Oh, so the people who are usually really busy doing a lot of things are the most productive.
Yes, productive sila. Yes, totoo yan. Productive sila. Kasi nagkakaroon sila ng tinatawag na discipline in terms of setting self-imposed deadlines.
Yes, that's actually very important.
Yes, that is important. Yung tinatawag na self-imposed deadlines, no? Importante yan. Kasi kailangan mo itong tapusin. Meron ka pang gagawin na iba. Yung mga dapat na, importante talaga yung self-imposed deadlines na yan. And I think, Zach, you're doing the same, and even our televiewers. Diba?
Yes, of course. Everyone needs to manage their time properly, especially at these current times. You want to work, but since you're at home, you want to rest and relax sometimes.
Exactly. Okay, next. Increase team size. Ano ba ibig sabihin na to? Without the barrier of a fixed workspace and legal formalities, you can smoothly increase your team size with the benefits of having virtual office. This in turn creates a positive impact on your business growth and as well as on your employees and customers. Diba kung babalikan nga natin sa yung study na kinandak ng Harvard, no, nakaka-invite talaga, lalo na kapag ang hinahanap nila yung work-life balance, diba, flexibility of time, yung virtual office nakakatulong talaga siya in terms of attracting employees pala, no? Next, protect the environment. Environmentalist pa yung mga viewers natin, for sure they are. And even sa environmentalist ka rin ba?
Of course, sir. I have to care about where I live. Hindi mo no, this climate change summer dapat ngayon, tapos umuulan.
Exactly. Yung meron nga encyclical si Pope Francis, it is more on that, ang tawag doon, Laudato Si. So, kumbaga, yung encyclical na yon is more on the Pope telling us to save our environment para sa mga future users o yung mga future na pwedeng maka-encounter neto. Kumbaga parang save the heritage, even yung sinasabi ng mga ibang tinatawag natin na historical person na kailangan natin i-save yung kasalukuyan para yung future magbe-benefit, no?
Yes,
pero
sir.
Dito, you can run a business without imposing damage to the environment. Totoo yan, Zach. Actually, tawag dito, your business should be ethical. Diba?
Yes, of course.
Actually, ayoko
Every
na
business should have
kung
ethics.
kasi kung magle-lecture tayo ng mga case study about ethical business, baka abutin tayo ng kinabukasan matapos nito.
Ay nako, sir, we don't have time for that.
Pero ano ba yung gustong ipahiwatig ni Protect the Environment? Of course, ganito yan. The more na the more na ang tawag dito, yung mga employees natin, ina-avoid nilang mag-commute ng malayo. Of course, ang tawag dito, masyadong nagko-commute. They're no longer using their sasakyan para at least, kasi alam naman natin, ang sasakyan, isa yan sa mga pollutants na nakakapag-cause sa environment. Kaya nga mapapansin ninyo, marami mga nag-picture ngayon na nakikita na yung bundok ng Sierra Madre, no? Pag nasa
Yes, sir.
Quezon
Actually,
City,
a lot of people have been
kasi
posting
nga
about
nawala
that.
na yung yung pollution. Diba
Yes, sir. Wala nang
nakikita?
smoke, wala nang fog.
And then yung exposure is, and also yung exposure ng employees natin sa pollution.
Yes,
Diba?
yes. Since they're just at home, fresh
Kesa
air
sa
for everyone.
mag-travel
Well,
ng
fresh.
malayo. Yes.
Actually,
Next.
sir, before we move on, there was
Attract the
actually a
best
pic.
talent. Yes.
Sorry, sir. Just sorry to interrupt. Pero there was a post about the fog. Not really fog. The smog coming from vehicles. Because most
Yes.
people went back to work around May 17, 18, 19, correct? Yeah. So there were pictures taken before that. They could see Sierra Madre.
Totoo.
They could see landscapes and landscapes. But then on the day where people went
Yes.
back to work, bumalik yung smoke. So you can see it's a great
Bumalik.
difference.
Bumalik. Yeah, something like that. Next, attract the best talent. You can hire the best talent you need without investing in money, recruitment drives, and this provides ample time to choose the right employer, right? For the right position, no? So kung babalikan lang natin yung tawag dito, the law of attraction, no? Kumbaga yung virtual office, nagko-connect siya sa law of attraction. Connected siya. So nakaka-attract ka ng mga employees mo kapag may virtual office ka, and of course, the style of work. Next is the increase in scalability. By having virtual office, you can scaling up and down your resources without facing any consequences and grow your business constantly. So yung virtual office, Zach, it's a win-win, it's a win-win setup. Diba? Win-win
Yes, sir.
setup talaga yan. Kumbaga, makakatipid ka na, pero natutulungan yung business mo na mag-grow pa. Okay?
Yes, I agree, sir.
Yeah, easy setup. Virtual offices are easy to set up and easy to shut down as well without the need to spend anything additional. Kumbaga, ang tawag dito makakatipid ka at tawag dito very fast and very fast track yung setup ng virtual office. Kumbaga, mabilis na mabilis talaga siya. Kasi
Yes.
nandun na lahat total package na siya, di ba?
I think,
And then
sir,
I
think, sir, that one of the biggest selling points of virtual office would be convenience. Because not only is it just
Yes.
readily available for you, but just signing up and availing of the services can take nearly a day or two.
Exactly. Actually, dito kung convenience talaga ang hanap mo, edi go for virtual office. Diba?
Of course.
And then lastly, Zach, ito talaga yung pinaka-favorite ko sa lahat. Ito yung pinaka-favorite
Of course, this is the favorite.
Yes. Of course, the cost-effectiveness practices. Now, a real-time office may cost you huge expenses in many aspects. Either you have to rent or lease the commercial space, pay utilities, and buy furniture, equipment, and technology. The advantages of virtual office cut down those expenses and help you saving some cash. So, ibig sabihin talaga sa the virtual office, in conclusion, mas okay siya in terms of, mas practical siya in terms of cost, and then effective din in a way. Kung papapansin mo lahat ng slides natin, no, ang tawag dito, nakakatulong talaga siya even sa mga small o yung mga tinatawag natin nagsisimula pa lang magnegosyo. So imagine mo, Zach, no?
Yeah.
Kung ito mga viewers natin, yung mga nasa negosyo, yung mga nasa business ngayon. If you will try to compute yung tinatawag na operation expense, no? Kasi alam mo, Zach, share ko lang, no? isa sa mga medyo sensitive na topic ng mga negosyante ay yung tinatawag na gastos.
Of
Diba?
course, every business will worry about their spendings.
Very ano sila dyan, very, ang tawag dito, allergic. Naku, gastos na naman yan, ganyan-ganyan. Try to compute for operation expense. Ano ba yung mga nasa operation expense na yan? Nandoon yung mga tinatawag natin, renta, sa office or sa building, or sorry, not sa building, sa floor, renta sa internet, kailangan mong mag-provide ng mga supplies, etc. Itatapat mo sa virtual office na merong mga packages. Diba?
Yes, yes. Package deals.
Diba?
Mga buy one,
The
take one.
package deal, ito lang, try to make tinatawag na analysis, no? Try nyo i-analyze, di ba? Kung mas makakatulong at mas maganda. And I think yung mga viewers natin, they can easily decide virtual office is much convenient, at the same time makakasave ng pera. They can easily conclude that. Okay?
Yes, every business is to save money, especially nowadays.
Exactly. And that's the end of my presentation.
All right, thank you so much for that presentation, Sir JV. Okay, so the floor is now open to questions from our live chat. So feel free to just ask any questions on the chat box. We already received one question from Anonymous. The question is, Sir, have you ever worked in a virtual office? And could you share any stories or experiences that make a virtual office as great as you say it is?
Actually, yung experience ko sa virtual office way back 2018. Actually, nakatanggap lang kasi ako before ng ng tinatawag na parang pre-passes, no? Kasi parang bago bukas lang siya. Nung tinaray ko yung virtual office, kasi that time, gumagawa ako ng PowerPoint presentation ko para sa klase. Yung experience ko doon, parang nasa office ka din, pero yung mapapansin mo, accessible lahat.
Yes,
accessible lahat. At saka at the same time, magiging nakaka-boost ka ng productivity kasi una, yung setup ng office. May mga overflowing coffee. And then, ang tawag dito, mabilis yung internet access, something like that. And meron akong i-share sa iyo, Zach, no? Meron kasi akong mentor na actually naging successful siya sa virtual setup. Dati nasa virtual setup trabaho, and then flexible work siya dati, and then na-prove doon na nakaka-boost ng productivity ang visual at what they call this virtual office. Kasi in what way naka-boost? In fact, yung kakilala ko na yun, meron na siyang sariling virtual office.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Nagpapatakbo na siya ng virtual office, di ba? And then, there's a recommendation na let's say, ang tawag dito, merong course, sabi ni Rita McGrath, of professor ng Columbia Business School. Ito yung sinabi niya. Kasi the businesses today should engage digital. No? The need of organization to adopt digital business models is more important than ever. So ang ibig sabihin niyan, Zach, virtual office, well-designed office can optimize the efficiency of daily workflow. And then it can improve the productivity of our employee. Nakakatulong siya sa health ng mga empleyado natin, at the same time, satisfaction sa part ng mga employees natin.
That sounds really convincing on my part, honestly. I want to get to a virtual office right now and check it out. Okay,
yes.
So for our next question, this question is from, I hope I pronounced it right, Basil Taksuan. I hope I pronounced that right. And the question is, how much is the usual price in availing of a virtual office?
Actually, the price for virtual office, no, I think yung the packages, I think meron si the high office mga package dyan. What I can recommend to Mr. Bas is to check the website of the high office, kasi meron silang mga deals doon na win-win yung presyo. As in, yes, win-win. Yes, meron silang mga packages doon na win-win siya and at the same time, affordable and then pwede siya in terms of budget.
Oh, budget swak na swak, sir. Of course, we'd like to thank our sponsor again, the High Office.
Yes, of course. Check the High Office website. Nandoon yung mga tinatawag na budget-friendly na presyo.
Yes.
It's a great deal, actually.
There are deals for everyone, all the way from a bronze package to a diamond package. Whichever fits your company, you can take that. All right, so for our next question, from a personal friend of mine, Miss Gia Mata, is virtual office setup beneficial for startups as well?
Actually, if you're going to screen my PowerPoint presentations, no, and even the researches and even the studies I presented, virtual office is beneficial. Not just sa employees and not just sa employers.
Oh, all right. Next, we have a question from another anonymous source. Is it not a waste of money to be investing in a virtual office where you could just work at home or work at a coffee shop, meet people there?
Okay, just working in a coffee shop, try to compute. Try to compute your expenses, pamasahe, ginagastos mo sa pangkape, something like that. Ang tawag dito, try to compute that. Then, next, katulad ng sinabi ko kanina sa presentation ko, kung wala kang virtual office, how you can earn professional look and how can you build credibility? And virtual office can do that. Diba? At
yes,
saka, kung coffee set, kasi kung coffee, alam mo, I'm not generalizing kasi parang mas maganda na, for example, if you want to meet someone in a business meeting, alam mo, Zach, may mga negosyante na, may mga business person na, ay, sa coffee shop, ayoko, I want sa office. May mga ganun klaseng personality ng negosyante.
Yes, sir.
And by virtual office, you can easily address that kind of attitude.
Yes.
At saka kapag may office ka, nakaka-earn ka ng respect from possible business partners and even clients.
Okay. All right. That sounds really great, actually. Okay. So, for our next question from Miss Ivy Villanueva. Sir, tips po, how to focus on your work since maraming distractions dahil nasa bahay ka.
How to focus sa work, siguro ganito yun, no? Kasi alam naman natin, there are some people na tawag dito, may dalawang uri ng criticism kasi sa and also Miss Ivy. Meron tayong tinatawag na constructive, may tinatawag tayong destructive. Okay. Yung constructive kasi nakakatulong yun sa atin. Diba? That is something, yung criticism na yun is nakakatulong sa atin to improve. Yung destructive naman, gusto ka lang nilang i-distract. Gusto lang nilang mawala yung focus mo. Ang magandang gawin mo doon is try to focus doon sa constructive one. Yung alam mong makakatulong sa'yo. And, kasi ganito yung ganito kasi yung mindset ko kapag maraming distraction sa paligid pag nagtatrabaho. Isipin mo yung mga taong naniniwala sa'yo para i-present mo yung output mo ng mas maganda. Isipin mo yung mga taong nasa tabi mo na fully support kaya ka nandiyan sa trabaho na yan.
Yeah.
And yung mentality mo dapat you won't disappoint them. And sabi nga ni Lenny Robredo na one of my idol, no? Pag maraming distraction sa paligid, just focus on the ball. Focus ka lang. Yes. Don't be distracted.
Yeah, diba? Focus on your goals.
Maraming distraction sa mundo ngayon, Zap.
Oo, sir. Yes. Social media kasama
maraming distraction ngayon. Yes. Maraming distraction ngayon. Kaya nga single na ako for almost 8 years.
Grabe, sir. Ano lang yan? Life goal mo muna. Best career and then family. Diba?
Yes. Ganda na naman talaga ang buhay natin ngayon. Kasi yun lang.
Tama,
Focus
sir.
ka lang. Huwag mo masyadong intindihin yung mga nasa paligid mo kasi the more na pinapansin mo sila, nawawala yung focus mo. Kumbaga parang magbasa ka rin ng mga productivity optimization na mga tinatawag na articles, something. Ganun din kasi ginagawa ko. Pero yung as a conclusion, no, isipin mo yung mga taong naniniwala sa'yo, kaya ka nandiyan doing that work.
Very true. Very true. All right, so for our next question, speaking of family, it's coming from my dad, Mr. Kits Chuidian. Shout out to my dad.
Ano ba yan?
Thank you for the support.
Guys,
Okay, so his question is, what is the difference between a co-working space and a virtual office?
co-working space and virtual office, it's just the same thing. Parehas lang po sila kasi ang co-working space, that is yun yung tawag dati sa virtual office eh. Parehas lang po siya ng setup. Kumbaga, ano lang yun eh. Kasi ang virtual office, sharing of course, resources na nasa loob ng virtual office, something like that.
Oh, so is it just a name then? Just a label? It makes it different?
Yes, it's just the same thing. Co-working spaces, virtual offices, it's just the same thing.
All right. Maybe they named it virtual offices, sir, para ano, it sounds very techy and very futuristic.
Yes, kasi at alam mo naman, Zach, kapag tumatagal yung panahon, nag-evolve yung mga words, yung mga terminologies.
Yes, sir.
Diba?
Yes, sir, I agree. Okay, so for our next
Zach,
question.
ang virtual actually,
go ahead.
Zach, ito pa pala, in addition, ang virtual space, ang virtual office, hindi lang siya for business. Okay din siya para sa mga sa mga tawag dito na mga gustong mag-focus sa pag-aaral, 'di ba? Gustong mag-self-study, pwede rin ang virtual office.
Okay.
For example, ayaw mo na ma-distract sa bahay. Ayaw mo na magulo, ayaw mo ng distraction.
Ay mo may na aso.
Yes. Pwede kang mag-review, pwede kang gumawa ng PowerPoint presentation mo doon, something like that.
True, very true. Okay, sir, for our next question from Miss Irene Aprosta. What do I do if a client wants to meet in the virtual office or in my office?
I'm sorry, Zach. Medyo choppy yung line mo.
Oh, sorry. What do I do if a client wants to meet in my office?
Virtual.
I'm assuming.
In virtual office. Siguro, do the professional way of how you accept clients, no? How to accept yung very cordial, 'di ba? Something like that.
Okay. So for the next question, it's actually from a professor. Oh, hello, sir. Okay, so from Professor Jello Alejandro, for HR practitioners, how can we more engage our employees in a virtual office setup? Could you share some best practices how to bridge the gap between rank and file employees and management?
Zach, sorry, medyo choppy yung line. Can you repeat it again?
Okay. For the first part of the question, for HR practitioners, how can we more engage our employees in a virtual office setup? And second question is, can you share some best practices on how to bridge the gap between rank and file employees and management?
Okay, on the first question, how we can engage, of course, sa virtual office, make sure the virtual office is good. In terms of number one, in terms of the facility. Number two, the connectivity of the internet connection. Kasi there's a study na, Harvard study, no? This is, managing remote teams, no? Kapag ang empleyado mo daw ay, ang tawag dito, ay nakaka-experience ng distraction, o halimbawa na distraction sa trabaho is yung mabagal yung internet. Nawawala yung patience nila, at the same time, yung productivity ng employee ay bumababa, no? Kasi naiinis eh. Kumbaga nawawala yung focus niya. So kumbaga ensure na the connectivity, the facility is okay, and at the same time tawag dito, yung advantage, kumbaga kung babalikan natin yung slide ng presentation ko, yung mga advantages nun, yung mga advantages ng offices, yun yung makaka-clinch or let's say makaka-attract sa kanila. Kumbaga, it is more on, ano lang yun testimonial or testimony to share doon sa mga employees mo kung gaano kaganda yung virtual office, yung advantage niya para you can easily tawag dito, you can easily attract or let's say you can easily convince your employees, something like that.
All right. So for our next question from Miss Danielle Jamero or Hamero, depending on Hamero. Miss Danielle Hamero. How about an employee using virtual office while endorsing the work to his or her colleague? What are the disadvantages in terms of accuracy and endorsement?
I'm sorry, Zach. Alin nyo ulit? Medyo choppy ulit.
Choppy ulit. All right. So, how about an employee using a virtual office while endorsing the work to his or her colleagues? What are the disadvantages in terms of accuracy of endorsement?
Accuracy of endorsement in what sense? Kasi ganito yun eh. In virtual office, it is more on the endorsement of work, something like that. Yun ba ibig sabihin niya?
I'm assuming it's what she means.
Okay. Endorsement of work, I think, kung babalikan natin, no, yun nga, just to make sure yung tinatawag natin, the facilities, and of course, yung convenience ng mga employees natin na they can easily access the virtual office. So I think kung endorsement, parang hindi naman yata magiging problema, hindi naman siya magiging disadvantage. Kasi it is more on it is more on how you delegate the task.
Yes, I agree.
Kumbaga, if you have a proper delegation and at the same time, you provided a realistic deadline, I think
so,
no problem.
Okay, so we have another question from Miss Lynette F. Sese. Could you give us any tips on how to adopt the virtual office setup? If you would let me answer this first, sir. I think one useful tip is to contact someone from the high office where great work starts here.
Actually, that's the win-win answer.
So, if ever you do need a virtual office, you can always contact our sponsor, which is thehighoffice.com. Someone will get in touch with you as soon as you message them. You can check out their Facebook, their website. Even this YouTube channel has the link to all of their social media platforms, even their email. So you can just get in contact with them anytime.
Exactly.
How about you, sir? Any comments on this?
Is it my ending part? Something?
Not yet. We still have one more question. Okay, so for the last question, how can arts and design businesses thrive in virtual offices?
I'm sorry? How arts and design?
Yeah. How can they thrive in a virtual office?
Arts and design, in a sense na, ang tawag dito, yung mga arts and design kasi is, syempre, you can talk with the owner kasi sa arts and design, you have to present some, ang tawag dito, yung mga tinatawag nating materials, like yung mga ready pag nagpe-present ng product, ano ba yung tawag doon? Yung mga sample
Brand
products
pitch?
nila.
Oh, okay.
Yes, mga sample products nila. Actually, they can actually talk to the owner of kasi okay din naman kasi sa virtual office sa mga arts and design. Basta just siguro have a deal with the owner of the virtual office kung paano magse-set up, kung saan nila pwedeng ilagay yung mga tinatawag natin mga sample design. Kasi yun nakikita kong challenge kung saan yung pwedeng ilagay yung mga sample designs nila na pwede nilang set sa mga prospect clients nila.
Yes, sir. I agree. That's one of the challenges. Okay. Thank you to Mr. Carlos Miguel Lucas for that question. In fact, he's one of my best friends. Shout out. Okay. So far we don't have any more questions. So I think this is a good time to end the webinar. So we'd just like to thank all the viewers for watching, everyone who gave questions in the comment section, and of course we'd like to thank our sponsors.
Viewers.
Of course, our viewers. This is all for you. And we'd like to thank our sponsors, Caller Finder Management Consultancy Inc. and the High Office. So, and most especially, sir, we'd like to thank you for being our first guest for our first ever webinar. So thank you, sir. Round of applause for you.
Thank you, Zach, for having me here. And to
Of
the
course,
High
sir.
Office and Caller Finders.
Of course, sir. And if you have any other questions in the comment section, you are free to message you're free to message our Facebook page, thehighoffice.com. Your Facebook page, we have a LinkedIn page, we have an email. We have all social media platforms. So if you have any other questions, just message there. So that's basically the end of this webinar. So if there are no other questions, we want to say thank you. Have a good day. Actually, it's almost merienda time. Have a good merienda.
Yes, Zach. Merienda time na talaga.